I wanted to get to you today and talk about the 5 common mistakes when selling a house. So this is a quick video. I just wanted to give you 5 things that you can do to not make mistakes. So number one, obviously, don't sell your home without a real estate agent. I've got countless stories I can go through, and I'm not going to beat you up over this right now, but basically, between buyer's agents and selling agents or listing agents, there's so many things that we can do to help you avoid some common pitfalls and mistakes. So right now I just want to let you know that yes, you can do it by yourself. There are documents online. You can hire an attorney to facilitate a sale, but to get to your highest and best value as a seller, you really need to have someone come in there, take a look at your property, tell you what things to do to get it ready for sale. And then also just knowing like how to get through a home inspection process, the appraisal process, banking laws, title insurance issues. I find that most sellers that try to do this on their own, unfortunately, they can technically get through to the finish line, but a lot of times they've cost themselves a lot of time and money. And I've even heard stories about people hiring attorneys to do the deal. The deal falls apart. They still owe the attorney money. Fortunately for you, if you hire a great listing agent, you're not charged anything until it closes. Number two, not needing a comparative market analysis. So a lot of times people think, oh, I can get my house sold. I know how much it's going to cost. I know what the market's doing. They either underprice it or overprice it. A great real estate agent is actually going to help you price the home right on the dot within maybe $5,000, $10,000, $15,000. We're not always correct. Sometimes we miss. The great thing is about our real estate market right now, if you do end up underpricing your property, sometimes you'll see multiple offers and the property actually bids over asking price, and the market has a way to equalize itself. If you overprice your property, it actually sits on the market month after month after month. And unfortunately, then people start thinking you're desperate. You might need a lowball offer. Not the best strategy. Number three, you really need to have prices that will actually be close to what it's worth. And here's why I'm mentioning this a second time. Appraisals do matter. So you can ask whatever you want for a property. One time we broke a record in Hyde Park for the highest price per square foot a couple years ago that we sold on a house. And I had warned the seller, hey, this is great, we're breaking this record, but an appraiser is going to come in. They may not see the same value. The buyer was really emotionally tied to this home. Turned out that the appraiser came in, and it was an independent appraisal from a bank, and they appraised the property about $15,000 less than what we had gotten from the buyer on the contract. And so we couldn't find any comparable home sales to get that property up in value. So the seller and buyer worked out a compromise. So just make sure that if you are pricing the home, that it can appraise later. Number four, some sellers will rework their entire house before they put it on the market. I can tell you right now, it's a big mistake. You don't want to rework the entire house. You got to really just take the right improvements and do those, because if you completely remodel the home, unless you're an experienced home flipper, you're probably going to lose money or at least break even, then you've lost all that time. And the longer the home is off the market, especially in a good premium market like we're in right now, it's actually going to cost you money in the long term. And that's something where a great real estate agent and a great home stager can tell you, yeah, this improvement's worth the money. Let's paint these cabinets instead of replacing them. Let's not replace these countertops. Let's swap out these appliances for stainless steel, but you don't have to go high end. You can go medium range. So there's lots of things like that that we can do to help you depending on the price range and depending on the part of town. The last one here is only having an open house option. So open houses are common to the real estate industry. Some buyers do prefer to browse homes online with virtual tours of the houses. So you need to make sure that we're basically offering the home. I like to use open houses strategically. So kind of here's what I like to do. The very first weekend the property goes on the market, there's usually a ton of people. Now, some of those people are not pre-qualified. and some of them are kind of just general tire kickers. If we do an open house that first weekend, we get a lot of those people through the house, usually within an hour or two, and it's a lot less showings that the seller has to keep leaving their home for. And usually a crowd draws a crowd. So if you're in the open house and you see other people interested in the house and you are a serious buyer, you're gonna tend to put in a higher offer, more competitive bid on the house. People do look mostly online now at homes. So, a bonus tip for you as a seller is to make sure that you're demanding from your real estate agent high quality photos. If you're watching this in the Cincinnati area, our team has sold over 1,300 homes as of the time of this recording. We take a lot of pride in making sure that we have professional photography, that we help with home staging, that we make sure the property is presenting itself really well. There are some other tips on here about what happens after you've gotten an offer. But the most important thing is we want to make sure that you see what the most common mistakes are when selling the home at the beginning of the process. My name is Derek Ty, and we're with the Ty Group Real Estate Agents here, and we'd love to serve you. Thank you.